Hey guys, welcome back to CountyLine TV. Don't forget to subscribe and make your subscriptions public because we're giving away a car for free. I'll link that right here. It's free. You don't have to spend any money to try and win the car. You get it for freezies. Anyway, today I'm in my Corvette with my laptop and my Wi-Fi box. This is what I've been using for Wi-Fi. It's just like a little Verizon jetpack, I think is what they call it. And that's how I like upload all my videos and everything, and it's garbage because I live in the sticks and I don't have good Wi-Fi here. But anyway, I've got that with me because I got HPtuners in the mail last night, so we're gonna try and fix the Corvette and whatever issues it's been having. Got my dongle here, the MPV-i2. I don't even think they sell the old one anymore, but that's what I've got. It's the MPV-i2. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to bring this up on the laptop, and I will actually go into my editing software and screen record some of this for you guys. I played with this very briefly just to get sort of acquainted with it before I started recording a little bit earlier today. Had to go spend time with some family, but I messed with this very briefly, just like I said, just to get acquainted with it. And I haven't actually ran any. I did a data log while idling, and that's all I've done so far. So I'm going to take you guys along with me for the entire process of figuring out this car and figuring out HPtuners and everything else. So I'll get back with you guys in just a second. And we're going to go into Scanner because that's where you do data logging. Oh, I didn't hook this into the car. Let me plug that into the car real quick. Alright, that's plugged in. And then I'm not sure if Bluetooth will automatically connect or if I'm going to have to do that myself. Phone in selfie mode so I could see it while I was playing with it. It took like a 5-second long hold in order to get it to come up. So this is probably very cringy, but we're figuring it out together. So now if I click on diagnostics, what do we get here? Read DTCs. Airflow to throttle position, correlation high. Evap and secondary air incomplete. Huh. Well, I just cleared that, so we'll see how that does for us. But anyway, assuming that means that, yeah, it will start a data log for me now, which can also be done with the space bar, I found out. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stop these recordings and then get out to where I can go do a pull, and we'll go do a pull. Alright, we're at the end of Mexico right now, about to pull out onto Mexico, and I'm gonna go ahead and set my laptop over here. She is recording, and so is the GoPro. I'm gonna go ahead and get out onto Mexico and start a data log and run it through second gear. Alright, we're out on the road, idling in gear. Data log started. The data log. You guys probably heard on that audio right there, unless it got blown out because it's loud, but you probably heard on that audio that it broke up really hard at high RPM. That's about 5,500 on my tack is where it breaks up like that. It broke up really bad and then continued to pull up to 6,000. And it does that like all the time. And also you can tell, like, the higher RPM you get, the less power the car has. Like, there is no reason for it to be like that. It should, and yes, it's a stock LS1, so it's not like it's cammed for like big high RPM acceleration or whatever, but it should not fall out of power so bad all the way from like 3,500 RPM to redline. And it just continues to lose power. So that's why I spent money on HPtuners and am going to try to figure this out. So I just made that data log file, and the car did exactly what it always does. So that's like, even though it's a piece of crap right now, it's kind of a plus that like it didn't like fluke out on me. Which it ran so good, seemingly. It ran so good after fixing the O2 sensor at the last drift event, but then ever since then it just has ran like crap again. So I'm starting to think that maybe it's more than just that O2 sensor, and I'll be able to show you here in just a second. I'll pull back up the computer screen recording, which is still recording. Here in just a second we'll look at that file. This isn't my first time ever tuning, but it is my first time using HPtuners in my hands. So in order to negate some of the sound, I might shut the car up. Nah, because you guys could always hear me fine when I was at the drift event on this camera. I got my GoPro on the dash again, which is something I did at the drift event. So at the drift event, this purple line here, which is bank 1 sensor 1, or no, it was bank 2 sensor 1. Anyway, bank 2 sensor 1 was a straight line all the way across right here. It didn't have any ramp up, or when I let off throttle, any drop or anything. It was just a straight line all the way across. Just had a dead reading. So now I have a reading. It's not, they're different by quite a bit. Like if we look right here at the very top of second gear, they're over 200 counts different, or 200 millivolts. So that's probably not the best that they're so different. But let's see, where are we breaking up at? What is this? Okay, so that's an O2 millivolts. I think that's the spread between the two, maybe, where it's bouncing up and down like that, because that doesn't say bank 1 or bank 2, it just says O2. I wonder if that's what the problem is that they're reading so different that it's got that separation. I'll have to consult an actual tuner about that and see if he doesn't have some information for me on that. You can see this green line here is first gear, and then shift, and then second gear, and then let off at red line. Right, that's what that green line is showing. So you can tell what I'm doing with the gas pedal, which is pretty neat. I find that neat as hell. Oh god, oh god. So you can see that my spark timing is a little goofy on the shift, but not great. I don't know why it spikes like that. That's probably not good. 44 degrees, wow. At watt in high RPM, we're at 30 degrees, which is even a hair high. I know most LS's run typically somewhere in like the Well, maybe that's turbo cars. I don't know. I've never tuned an LS. I just played most, like, back when I was tuning, fight me, I tuned a couple of Hondas. But, wow. So, this really doesn't, like, I'm not seeing, like, a very punctual, this is why it's breaking up. I'm not seeing that, which I would think I would have some form of, like, I don't know, this could be the problem, but I don't see, hey, this could be the problem type thing. I wonder if it's knocking with the spark going that high. Not sure. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and take this log file and save it as, ignore that first one, that's actually just me idling. I was going to save this in there, but I realized that I didn't make a folder. So what I'll actually do is pretty much copy that. Maybe it'll just save over it. Replace it? Yes, replace it. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I replaced that other one that was actually just me idling. So this is a good solid idle and then full throttle through first and second. And the car broke up. It broke up probably right in here. What RPM is that? 5,800. So the only thing I'm seeing is where the map, which is not even factory on these, I don't think. The mass air pressure, the manifold air pressure, whatever you want to call it. It sort of has a little, let's zoom in on that. It sort of shows a bit of a hesitation right there. So maybe it's a vacuum leak, but I wouldn't think that it would affect it that bad, because I've seen dudes with small vacuum leaks still make good power. So I'm thinking it's either something to do with that or something to do with the difference in the O2 readings. Could be one or the other. Could be something totally different. I haven't tuned a car in a very long time, and if you get out of practice on something, you sort of forget everything you learn. You forget faster than you learn, unfortunately. So I guess I will go ahead and try to figure out how to pull up the tune and see if I can't find something funny in the tune that I don't like. So that is going to be not on VCM Scanner, that's going to be on VCM Editor, I think. Okay, I do need to, that's weird. What are you doing here, bud? Why aren't you working? Okay, I'm gonna stop this. I need to get my Wi-Fi working. Hang on. Okay, we got the this is my editing software, don't pay attention to that. This is me and my wife. We got the Wi-Fi working. So because I think I have to be connected to Wi-Fi. I don't know for sure, but I think I need to be connected to Wi-Fi to that's what I'm looking for, to like use my credits to unlock this computer. Interface not found or not responding. What does that mean? actually going to YouTube that real quick. We'll be back. So, controller and bus, and then it says download bootloader, and then it says download timed out. So, we're getting closer, but I guess I need to hop onto the HPtuners forum and look on there about the bootloader issue, or I could YouTube it, either one. So we're gonna go ahead and stop this recording yet again while I find out what the download bootloader fault is. So I'll be back again. I turned the car off and turned the key on, but left the car not running, and it finally decided to read. So I guess maybe that's how you're supposed to do it. I don't know, but I guess that's how I'll do it from now on, is key on, vehicle off. But yeah, it's finally reading. So it says it's got like 55 seconds left. I messaged Tim, the gentleman that owns Vulture, that was he data logged for me before I had my own HPtuners at the last event, and told me that my O2 sensor was not reading, which seemed to make the car a lot better, but now it's just fading off and getting worse. So we'll see what happens. Whoa. That was weird. It just turned my fuel pump on and my gauges did a thing. Yikes. I saw somewhere, maybe it was one of the YouTube videos I watched, but I saw somewhere that that's typical, that it will do that sometimes. So I'm going to name this Skidvet OG Tune, and I will date that as well, and I'll put that in the same folder as that. Okay. Maybe you're supposed to do this with the car off. I don't know. Operating system, engine diagnostic, trans, fuel system. What's in here? One thing I do want to go ahead and change is it's cool. Bats is turned off. This car did have a column lock, so it says not fitted now, but it was there. You guys saw the video on that. Fans. Okay, so that's cool. I didn't know that you could actually have the fans run with the ignition off on this car. So yeah, there's two fans. We gotta turn these suckers on at, let's say, 150. And just to make the off lower than that, we'll say 140. That's the second stage. we'll go first stage the same numbers because I'm trying to keep this thing cool. My goats are right next to my car. Not inside the fence again. My coolant temp's 190 right now. I wonder if I change this down. Well, I'll go change that back. I can't decide. I think I want it to be about there. And then that's 2 minutes. 2 minutes of fans on the battery is kind of a long time, so. Alright. I'm going to try to write this to the car and see if the fans will come on with the car cooled down to where it is right now. You do not have a license. Now it asks for a license. I have 2 credits available. So we'll go ahead and unlock her. I'm sure. Okay. Write the stuff. Alright, I made my first change to the car. I'm going to save another file, a separate file. There's going to be the original, and then there's going to be okay, so I'm going to start the car, and because we are below the old fan on temperature, so I'm going to see if we can get the fans to come on at this temp. They came on. Cool, it worked. That was the first thing I've ever changed on this car, and with HPtuners at all, because I've never used HPtuners until today. So that's sick. Now I am going to see what I can't do about. First of all, I need to go take a bunch of footage off my GoPro's SD card because it ran out of space. But then I need to find out what I can do about. I can hear the fans spooling down. They were working. That's awesome. That ought to keep my car super cool. Anyway, I need to find out what I can do about getting this data log looked at by someone that would know why the car is breaking up at a certain point. And see what we can't figure out from there. So I'm going to go fix the GoPro situation, and maybe I'll continue this video. If I don't continue this video, go ahead and like that video and watch it in this playlist, and subscribe right over here somewhere. This is weird with the webcam. Tell your mom to subscribe and try to win a free car. So we'll see you next time, guys.